Who cares to admit complete defeat? Who wants to admit complete defeat? Practically no one, of course. Every natural instinct cries out against the idea of personal powerlessness. It is truly awful to admit that, glass in hand, we have warped our minds into such an obsession for destructive drinking that only an act of providence can remove it from us. No other kind of bankruptcy is like this one. Alcohol bleeds us of all self-sufficiency and all will to resist its demands. But upon entering AA, we soon take quite another view of this absolute humiliation. We perceive that only through utter defeat are we able to take our first steps towards liberation and strength. Our admissions of personal powerlessness finally turn out to be firm bedrock upon which to build happy and purposeful lives. We know that little good can come to any alcoholic who joins AA unless he has first accepted his devastating weakness and all of its consequences. Until he so humbles himself, his sobriety, if any, will be precarious. Of real happiness he will find none at all. The first principle that we shall find no enduring strength until we first admit complete defeat is the main taproot from which our whole society has sprung and flowered. When first challenged to admit defeat, most of us revolted. We had approached AA expecting to be taught self-confidence. And then we had been told, so far as alcohol is concerned, self-confidence was no good whatever. In fact, self-confidence is a total liability. Many less desperate alcoholics tried AA, but did not succeed because they could not make the admission of hopelessness. Step 1 requires an admission that our lives have become unmanageable. Why all this insistence that every A must hit bottom first? The answer is that few people will sincerely try to practice the AA program unless they have hit bottom. For practicing AA's remaining 11 steps means the adoption of attitudes and actions that almost no alcoholic who is still drinking can dream of taking. Who wishes to be rigorously self-honest and tolerant? Who wants to confess his faults to another and make restitution for harm done? Who cares anything about a higher power, let alone meditation and prayer? Who wants to sacrifice time and energy in trying to carry AA's message to the next sufferer? No, the average alcoholic, self-centered in the extreme, doesn't care for this prospect, unless he has to do these things in order to stay alive. Then and only then does he become open-minded to conviction and as willing to listen as only the dying can be. He will stand ready to do anything which will lift the merciless obsession from him. Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable.